Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20. And when I say under 20, I mean the carbohydrates that I have every day. I count total, not net. And usually I show you what I'm having for the day. But today, I'm not. I'm here to talk about something. I saw another video, and this prompted me to thinking about things. And sometimes we like to think that the rest of the world is enjoying something that we aren't. And so we have FOMO, fear of missing out. And, being a food addict, an alcohol addict, and an addict of other things like hoarding, you've seen my caches of coffee. And, I've admitted to oils and butters. And so, now, gosh, I'm just so proud of the fact that I'm only, you know, hoarding things that I use. But I used to go crazy when I first started keto. I began to ketofy everything, thinking that, oh, I can certainly do that. And I would buy all these keto items to ketofy my foods, and I was spending ridiculous amounts of money throwing out the food after one taste and realizing that, I'm a food addict. And if I'm going to do keto, I need to do it a little bit cleaner. I need to give up things that, you know, give me comfort in my FOMO, my fear of missing out, because I can make one of those and ketofy it and it's okay. Well, I wasn't safe with that thing over there. So making a ketofied version of it, what am I going to do? Have one piece of it and throw out the other 19? Have one slice of it and throw out the entire other of it after I've spent, $25 for the stupid, obscure ingredients? My answer to that is no. And so there you have it. I can't eat normal people food or ketofied food in safety, no matter what. That's why when you come here to my channel, you see this kind of disciplined and structured day that I have. I'm satiated every day. I hit maintenance, and I've stayed here for a year and a half, going on 2. I've stayed sober. I'm not jumping the deck chairs with my addiction. I recognize my addiction is more. My addiction is what you're doing that looks good to me. I have fear of missing out, so I think I can partake in it. This is the season of parties, of cookouts, of gatherings, of concerts, of picnics, of things where we will experience FOMO to the max. Is it fun? No. Do we get bratty? Sometimes. Do we partake? Ooh, sometimes. And we think that we can do this in safety. We think that we can put our addiction right over there and do something in moderation for the summer. I saw it at Christmas time with people that could have things in moderation. I see it here with keto with the dark chocolate. I see people have what they're having. I don't know if they track or not. This particular person did, but then she liked it so much she had more. Well, sure, you can go back into your tracker and track more, but isn't that addictive eating? Isn't that like, instead of enjoying what you were going to have, wanting more and caving to that? That's what this world has become. There's nothing about moderation in this world. You can extend whatever you're doing. It's rather a self-centered and self-absorbed society that we live in today. So if having that one thing is good, well, having 2, well, okay, I'll just track it. Well, the whole purpose to me of tracking is to get it in place for your day. The clients I work with, it's the night before. Why? Because it's in place. So when you wake up in the morning and you have whatever you have to start your day, for some people it's just water, for other people it's tea, other people it's coffee, other people it's bulletproof coffee. Who knows what you're having, but whatever you're having, you had planned. It's charted out. It's your map for the day. Think of it as a map to the treasure hunt. What's the treasure hunt? Being content with your keto program. Being content with you. being content with all the non-scale victory items that happen, and then being really content with the action on the scale, or things that fit different, or getting to a whole new size. Just that contentment with life and pleasure, and it's all okay. And that is what, I wish for every one of you, and not how to just, that's, to me, it's still a Weight Watcher head. When you think that you can have something, it really tasted good, I want more, and just this once I'm going to have it. And, I've got, yeah, so I have been tracking and everything, but I'm not going to track for this cookout, just this once. Let me tell you about what happens with just this once. If nothing happens, that could be dangerous. I hear it all the time in AA. I know it from my own personal food journey, starting in OA. And it's what happens. Sometimes we have that piece of something and nothing happens. What does that do to our head? What it says is, look, I can get away with it. I see it all the time. I ate 2 huge non-keto meals and the scale said 3.2 less when I weighed myself the next day. Oh my, I wouldn't go near the scale for a year. Well, maybe a little less. So if you are a self-admitted addict to food alone, or to food with other things like alcohol and other things that are addictive for you, texting, shopping, trying to keep up with somebody in a competitive way. Look at working out at the gym, and where did I see that? Greg and I were watching a show, and the guy competed with somebody. Oh, I know, it was Billions. And the whole deal, he's so competitive, Bobby Axelrod, and he's so competitive that the person that he hired to take care of all of his dealings while he was not allowed to do trading, she was staying late at the office. And so so they lifted the ban on him. So now he could go back to being active. And his whole deal, he was just, you could see the animal come out of him that, like, some might say it's a monster. And it's like, she was staying late. Well, he was going to stay later. And we all know that feeling, maybe not in that intensity, but a lot of us have felt it. And we know that when it comes to FOMO, fear of missing out, we can do that. And sometimes it's not pretty, and sometimes it has consequences. And so the fear of missing out this summer and thinking that we can eat or drink in moderation may not be true, but we have to find out for ourselves, of course. And some of us have done enough experimenting so we can say, that's it. I've surrendered that I'm an addict. I'm an addict to food. I'm an addict to other things. And I can't do those things in safety anymore. It's like game over. But isn't that nice? Isn't that nice that you've been given that so you can admit that, so then you can carry on with your life? Gone is the busy squirrel run brain thinking that somehow you can handle this. I can't. Good. Now what do I do? Well, there's other things. Now, if you told me I couldn't have coffee or fats, now that might be a different deal. But for now, I'll take that I can't eat things that are non-keto in safety. In fact, I can't eat keto things in safety. Sometimes I see people, cooking up these steaks, and they're having, like, a female metabolism is like having this much. And it's like, really? You're having that much steak today? And, like, really? You can do that? I mean, good for you. I'm not aspiring to do it, but it's a curiosity factor for me. Are you not weighing and measuring? So anyway, I know that I've OD'd on prime rib, maybe even ribeye at times. I know that. And, it goes into my tracker. It's not pretty to look at, but I know that. But I know that to take care of myself, maybe it's having had cancer, different types of cancer in my life. Maybe it's having, other issues in my life that, like, I have to take care of, because, like, nobody's sweeping in to make it all better. Once you have some of those health issues, then maybe you have your aha moment and you go, oh, so this is what it could be like if I keep going. You know, there's more danger, there's more doctors, there's more medication, there's more monitoring. I don't want that. So keto for me has brought a health into my life that I'm not willing to trade off for something moderately safe. Fine for you, but it's not safe for me. It might not be safe for you. So not everybody who does keto or watches me would consider themselves a food addict. But if you are, then you know the difference. And there's just some things that we hold on to. There's another lovely, lovely lady here, and I have adored her from day one, and she's giving up an artificial sweetener. And is it easy? No. And she equals it to somebody's not being able to, or giving up drinking, being able to give up the drinking. And she understands it completely because it's been her best friend, her lover for decades. It's always been with her. And now she is finally getting to the place where she's going to let it go. It's hard. I've had it with the alcohol. I've had it with the gum. I've had it with, and then certain foods that I had to give up. And are all things possible? Sometimes, mostly. It's not a day at a time. It's a choice each day to not have it. And sometimes we're successful, and then other times we slip up, have it, and learn. Because that's how we're going to learn. You're not going to learn from my story. You might hear it. It might plant a seed that, oh, maybe my excuses are excuses, and this isn't really a good idea, and I'm holding on to it defiantly, even though the results are in, and it might not be good for me or for you. So we all get to where we're going the way we're getting there. But, you know, I just celebrated my anniversary with drinking. My addiction to food was acknowledged maybe 8 years before my addiction to alcohol. So I knew I was a food addict for years before the drinking took place. You want to know why? Because I took the food addiction, I put a wig on it, we call that alcohol, and that's what, you know, the other deck chair over there, the one with the fluffier towel, you know, and the one that had better controls on the chair so I could lie back and sit up, and I thought it was going to be a better world for me, and it wasn't. I just drank more. And it took a while to piece it all together. I was substituting. I was jumping chairs on the Titanic. And did it work? Well, no, I'm here. I'm not drinking. I'm doing keto. And so by the time I got to keto, you know, that's like a sub-addiction of the food addiction. I had to learn that I had to rein it in and keep it as simple as possible. That's why when you see my food plans for the day, it's like same old, same old. It's like, is she showing us the same thing on Chronometer again? Yeah, I am. Why? Because it works. Consistency is key. Consistency on Thursday will make you wake up on Friday and want to have consistency and abstinence again. Same thing with Saturday. And that's just how it rolls. It's like the slinky. It just rolls into success because it's putting one day with another day on top of it, with another day on top of it. And it is just an esteem building, this could work. And nothing feels as good as abstinence with my food. So I keep my keto world very small and, you know, maybe add a new thing to the rotation every now and then, but I'm never branching out thinking that I could do normal, that I could do the standard American diet for a day, for a meal, for a piece of, I can't, and I'm not going to. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, just a little journey into the head of the addict. I will see you the next time. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye for now.